open at 1 p.m. But without any further ado, folks, I'd like to hand over to Jeff Bates, who's going to run through the pre-works here this morning.
Sorry, thank you, James. Thanks for that introduction there. We're going to get underway now. We've got lot number 1 with Tingle for Danny Kerr. Danny's competed over here on the weekend. He's done quite well in the trial and bred this pup. So just a bit of information. He's only 6 months old. This pup, a wealth of breeding, a lot of bloodlines from a local here, Peter Govan. So pretty well bred in the pink, this dog. So he's well underway. So look, he's just doing a bit of going to work him on these sheep here. So I'm going to get him in around the just get him off if you can get him off the fence there. So he's quite keen to get going there. He's a well-bred young pup. All the pups in the litter have been all workers, and Danny's placed a lot of these pups into good hands, good handlers. So they've all got the good report about them. He's just keen at the moment, and I'm sure he'll just settle down there a little bit now, which he is now. He's showing a little bit of eye there, a nice bit of cover. Now he's settling down. That's him. Nice little break out there on that one that cut out, and he's showing some nice footwork. Just getting around these sheep. Showed a nice bit on that sheep that cut out there. Now he's got that bit of energy out of him, and he's starting to listen to Danny there now. Danny's just putting a anti-clockwise call on him there. Now he's coming around the clockwise, and quite comfortable in amongst his sheep. Like he's quite happy to push along that fence when he needs to, but he shows some nice class outside there. Just coming in a little bit there, but he's just keen. He's a nice, calm pup. I like this pup. He's got plenty of great temperament, as his mother showed in the trial there just over the weekend. She's performed very well in the trial here over the weekend, and then she's also done well in previous catalogue trials at Gundagai. So just watching a bit of work there with this pup. Okay, now Danny's just putting a bit of a stop. That's him. He's just getting that bit of energy out of him. And he's got a nice little stop there. So he's just got that bit of energy out of him to start with. Just finding his way there a little bit. As we know, he's only 6 months old, this pup. He's got a lot of time in front of him and a great foundation. He's well bred, and he looks a picture to... Danny's put a lot of work into this pup. You can make your own assessment on this pup as you see him. He works sheep, cattle, he'll work goats, they'll work basically anything, and they're quite well performed in all them areas. So you could have him at home on the station or your work, and also head him off for a trial with plenty of pedigree there to perform well in a trial or on the station work, or both. Okay. He's a good temperament pup, and Danny's just put a stop on him once you got that energy out of the way. So he's a nice pup, and a big future in front of this pup going forward. He's like I said, he's well bred. He's really got a stack of breeding in behind him there. As you can read there, he's out of a really good bitch called Mingle. Mingle's competed 3 sheep, yard and utility trials, and has really performed well in them trials. So you could basically do any of them if you wanted to. Mingle's out of a very good, this is the pup's mother, imported New Zealand collie bitch by Trewina Zach. So if you know the collie breeding, she's quite well bred there. Tingle is by Princess Timmy, who is also an excellent all-round dog. This mating is carried out to combine the extraordinary and versatility and ability of the sire and the dam, and it looks like it's been a great success with this pup. So stack of breeding, and he got a good start on this pup. So that's him. His time's nearly up there now, so we'll go for the next one. Next one to go. Ready? Thanks, Danny. So as you say, we've got 5 minutes, and we can show them off in that time. We've got Louis Simpson next with Wonderbar Queen. Thanks, Danny, with Tingle. Now, across to the Kelpie side now. So Wonderbar Queen is well known by Ben Costa, the Wonderbar stud. She's 11 months old. She's only young. Well started by Corona Roy the fourth out of Lockerbie Ruby the second. She works sheep and cattle. Just talking to Louis, she's possibly leaning towards the yard more with yard work with her work, as we'll see here now. So very comfortable in the yards. She's been used on the station, and she'll work the paddock as well. So she's good in the paddock, and will handle cattle as well. She'll so she's happy to push along the fence if you want her. She's good in tight spots, so suitable like if you were doing any stock contracting, yard crutching trailers and things like that. She's a bitch that would handle that sort of work pretty well. She's balancing them sheep up quite nicely now. She's got a Louis just going to get a bit of a bark into her there to push them up, so she's showing a bit of cover there as she's going. So she's got some sides on the pup. As we see, she's only 11 months old, so she's just balancing them stock up. So she's only young, got plenty of 1 year, 11 months, sorry. 1 year she is, so she's nearly 2 year old. Louis just going to put them through the yard. Got bark on command. And happy to push up in the tight spots when needed. Lou's just going to put these sheep up into the race, a bit of force in the back of the yard, so she's got a bark on command. Tough enough to come up the sides and do some work there. Some free bark there. They're merino weaners, so they're going to be a bit tough going, but they've got a lead up there. She's a tough work bitch, so she's handled the work all day and pretty solid in that area. He's just got one facing the wrong way. He's going to put it in the right way, and he'll show Queen backing now. He's going to call her up. We'll call her in the race. Up she goes. There he goes. There she goes. Happy to be on their backs. Nice free backer. Call her up. Happy to get in the tight spots. Push back through, as you know. That's where she's most effective on the ground. And clean enough at the back there. No dirty bite. Just nice clean bark. Okay. Lou's just about to unload this race. He's going to call her up, start these sheep out. Just call her up and unload the race. So look, she's a good, tough work bitch. And would probably trial if you're into the yard dog trialing. There she goes. She's a get on with the job dog, so she'll get the job done for you. Louis just got some commands on her there, just an anti-clockwise call there. As I said before, she's clean to push around stock. Quite bold in that area. That's it. Okay, that's Louis. Thanks, Louis, for that. What? Okay, that was Wonderbar Queen, as you can see. She's by Karana Roy the fourth, out of Lockerbie Ruby the second. So she's a outgoing bitch with plenty of push in the yards, potential in the paddock. As we saw there, she's clean, free backer, barks on command. She'll work a small mob in the paddock, but with more experience under her belt, she'll be more capable to start on larger mobs and fulfilling her potential. So still plenty of potential with her. Just note in the catalogue, it says 11 months. She's 1 year and 11 months. So she's 1 year, she's nearly 2. So just note that, please. Okay, lot number 3, Moyula Max. James Patton, who's 4 months old. It's a pup. So we've got a range of different dogs here for your competition for the day. So from the smaller pups with showing some bit of work right through the older experienced dogs. So a bit of the breeding here is a WKC Working Kelpie Council registered pending. So waiting for the paperwork by Kilvale Ongi out of Moyula Bell. Works sheep. So Max is a young pup showing a lot of interest in sheep, as we'll see here shortly. He's been keen since the first time I showed him sheep, so he was about 8 weeks old, so he's showing that early instinct. Max will make an excellent all-round working dog. Every time he's seen the sheep, he's becoming more confident, both with his parents and working sheep cattle. So I'll just get these sheep out. I'll give him a hand to get them out. Just wait for a second. Typical woundness. Just got them in there now. Thanks. Just bear with me. We'll get them through. Okay, man. We'll bring you up here now. Okay, we're up to lot number 3, Moyula Max. Encounter James Patton. He's 4 months old. Well bred. As we just said, he's Working Kelpie Council pending, so he'll be registered. Coming through, so ready to get started. 4 months of age is a great age to get him started. He's having a bit of a look around at the moment, but he's sure he's get some interest here as we get going now. Okay, here he goes now. He's got showing a little bit of eye there and a bit of walk up on them stock. Just waiting for a bit of movement, as we've just seen there. Now he's switched on. Plenty of brooding in behind this pup. Only young, 4 months of age. Now he's showing some confidence. Nice little type, plenty of bone, this pup. He's got plenty of constitution for this rugged work that he'll be going into. Shows a bit of bark, nice clean bark. Just the pennies dropping, I think, with this pup now. He's just about to switch on. I would suggest he's going to be suitable for pretty well versatile sort of a dog, a bit all-rounder, showing some force in the yards, but also showing a bit of breakout on his work when he calls one out. Okay, he got to the head there, so that's a good sign. He got round his stock pretty well for 4 months of age. That's not too bad. I'd be happy with that. Shows a bit of steadiness on his stock. Quite a good temperament pup too. Like his temperament, and a great type too. He's a good type of a dog or pup. And see plenty of potential in this pup. So something like this, would be put him away, do a bit of work with him. He'd be in 12 months' time, he'd be a cracking little pup or dog. He's He's got some strength there. He's holding his ground quite well. These sheep are facing up to him and happy to walk in. He's certainly a stock mover. Quite happy about it too. Shows a bit of eye, as I said before. He shows a bit of style when he needs to be, but has got some natural bark there as well when he wants to. Only a baby though, 4 months of age. He'd be happy to back. You could see just then he was pretty free to jump up there if he wanted to, and I'd be nearly certain this pup would be a free barking dog. So that's one to tick in the books. Young pup, Moyula Max, Counter James Patton. He's only 4 months of age. He's a male pup, just started. He's WKC pending. Great pedigree there, Kelvar and Moyula Bell, so working sheep. But I dare say that he'd work cattle as well if he needed to. Shows a bit of bite there if he needs to. Okay. That's it. And a great temperament there too. Okay, thanks, James. That's Moyula Max, lot number 3. I'd certainly put a tick next to this pup if you're interested in a young worker, sheep or cattle. He'd suit both. And like I said, I reckon he'd be pretty handy in the yards, back and bark if needed, and would suit cattle as well if he got the opportunity. Next on is lot number 4, Sereno Slim, on account of Sean Carter. Slim's 6 years of age, 6 years and 11 months, so 7 basically. He's trained. He's sized Canelli Wood Rusty out of Serrano Misty, worked sheep and cattle. Pretty experienced. Very experienced. Okay, as you can read there, cream and white trained dog that's confident on working sheep and cattle in the paddock. Slim is a good cast and will go a long way for stock, both flat and hill country. So good searching cast. Slim has lost the sight in one eye as the result of getting kicked about 18 months ago, but doesn't affect his work. And he competed in the trial over the weekend and performed quite well on some very testy stock. So a dog to move on with, like move stock, and would be suitable for someone that was an experienced dog. And as you can see, he's quite fit and plenty of work left in this dog. He's quite strong. He can hold them weaners. Slim is a great investment for someone getting into the industry. Rides quads, follows horseback, so he's very experienced. Sean's managing Foxlow in Bungendore. Sean's an experienced stockman, worked in the Hunter Valley in a lot of bigger places, so well performed and well experienced handler with plenty of good dogs. Slim. So we shown on cattle as well, as you'll see, but we can use him on sheep as well. Sean's just demonstrating this Slim, very strong dog, holds his ground, no dirty bite, just happy to hold his stock there. Also happy to sort him out if he wants to enforce there. So he's that's Slim, Serrano Slim, account of Sean Carter. He's got a full pedigree. If anyone wants to approach Sean, or we need to get it to you, there's a good pedigree there. He has sired some good pups as well. Sean's kicked him out onto the cattle now. Okay, as I said, he trialled over the weekend in a few events, the maiden and novice, I think. He can block up quite well with these. Shows a bit of cast out there and block up. Under good command, as a very experienced dog. He's one of Sean's main team, so he's a go-to dog. He uses him on the property, sheep and cattle, a lot of cattle on that place. And as I said before, he's a go-to dog. You could do any job with him at that age and trained up. Thanks, Sean. That's Serrano Slim. Light number 5, Devereaux's Abbey. On account of Matt Devereaux. 5 months of age, a female, just started. WKC registered. Sire Chimmet Valley Charlie from Alan Rudder's stud, Chimmet Valley. And the dams are station bred Daisy. Abby is a super keen little pup. She's been free barking since her first look. Has a lot of confidence in sheep in all areas. Abby is a real nice nature around people, and it has learned to stop, sit, heels, and is easy pup to have around. She seems to be learning more towards yard work, but both the parents are excellent all-rounders. So she may develop more further in the paddock as she progresses with age, showing a lot of real force and confidence of age. So, as described, we're going to see her on the sheep now. Matt's going to open that gate to show her off a bit better. We're going to get these sheep up in the yard with a bit of force where we can see her ability, or more ability. And show a bit of backing or force that's evident in the pup. So at lot number 5, Devereaux's Abbey, bred by Matt Devereaux. I'll get it. Which one? I'll get it. Okay. Matt's just about to work his pup, Abby. Great age, 5 months of age, a lot of hard work done there. She's obviously quite confident here. Shows some natural bark and happy to get into the tight spots there as well. Getting around the stock quite well. If she can get in there, she'd be happy to back when we get her in a tight spot, but she'd be quite confident in the yard. Shows plenty of force and would develop on with some work and some training. So she's, we can get these sheep off the fence and show some ability. Just, we can get them, peel them off that fence and get her going there. And she gets around the stock all right. Nice and clean bark. Natural work. Natural yard work there. She's happy to push these sheep up. They're typical weaners, so they're going to be a bit tight in there, but she's doing a good job for 5 months of age. I'd agree with Matt's comments there. I think she can show some paddock work there with the right training. So she's confident in the yards, but could be an all-rounder as well. So we'll just move these sheep up out of the way, up through the yard there a bit, and get them in. Only young, with a wealth of breeding. She's registered with the Working Kelpie Council. She's doing a reasonable job there. Matt's just balancing them sheep up to him, and she pushed through there, so she's quite confident in that area. Just moving her off the fence, and getting a good effect on these weaners. They're tough to move, as you saw getting them into the arena. So she's freed them up quite well. Great little temperament, and she's freed right up here now. So nice bit of bark on the flank. Certainly said the yard work, could do any of them, crutch and trailer, shearing, shed work, but also could develop into some paddock work as well. I think Matt's going to take her up and you've got 2 minutes, Matt, so we can take her up. You want to put her on the backs? Okay. That's enough for her at the moment. She's only young. We were going to demonstrate her on the sheep's back, but look, I'd be very confident in her backing and being a good yard dog in that area. That's lot number 5, Devereaux's Abbey. Owner Matt Devereaux, 5 months of age. Chimit Valley Charlie the sire, station bred Daisy, but very handy young little pup with a big future there. We've got lot number 6 is P and A Rover, Paul Annette's Roots. He's a 1 year and 1 month old, well, basically a pup, but only a young dog. He's a male, well started. He's by Riverside Swagman, who was competing. He actually he competed in the trials and performed well over the weekend. The dam is P.A. Rosie, works cattle. He hasn't seen sheep at all, so we're going to just work this dog on cattle. Paul doesn't have access to sheep, so we're going to watch this young dog. He's only a bit over 1 year old, so he's really only a pup, and demonstrate him on some cattle. And these heifers can be quite testy, as we've seen over the weekend. So Paul's got a cast on him there, pull them cattle up nicely, nice and calm at the other end of the cast there. Nice and confident on his stock. Paul's just going to head these round. And he can pull these heifers up, shows a bit of nose bite there when needed. Got a good stop on him there. Reasonable cast out, or a nice cast, shows the drift in the cast there, and he's pulled them up pretty quickly. And he's a dog that's getting on with the job. Shows a little bit of heel there as well. Has a bit of nice distance on his stock when he gets around there, and shows a good kick out on the lead. He's pulled them stock up on the head pretty quickly, but he's a nice young dog. He's only a bit over a year old, so he's basically only a pup with a bit of work. Paul's got is very well advanced for his age, and I'd agree with that. He's only really a young dog. He's been used for mustering in hilly country and working weaners. Rover's a very keen young dog with more experience, has the potential to make a very handy dog, and I agree with Paul there. His pedigree carries successful cattle trial dogs on both sides, with Riverside Jake being both a New South Wales and Australian champion. So he's got a wealth of pedigree there. He's well bred, and Paul's an accomplished stockman and trainer, as we've seen over the weekend. And like I said, he's basically, you put him on the ute and take him to work. He's got the rest of life in front of him. He's only basically he's 13 months of age. He's about at the right age to get a fair bit of work into, and he's quite athletic little pup, and a great temperament too. So that's lot number 6 with Rover on the count of Paul and Annette Roots. So Paul's just thanks, Paul. That's great. We've seen him there. He's not demonstrating on sheep, but I'm sure he could work sheep if he needed to. He's quite accomplished on cattle, and he's done a bit of work. Yep. Paul, you've got still time if you want to show him off a bit more. Still got. No. I've seen a fair bit there out of him at the moment, so he's got a nice recall on him and a stop. So well and truly on his way, this young pup, and certainly caught my eye, this pup. Yeah, for sure. He's them heifers didn't quite go away, and he's cast him round again. Found the lead quite well, and he's pulled them up quite nicely. Balancing up to Paul now. He's going to balance these heifers back to the gate, and they ran past the gate, Paul, but he is a good young dog and a well accomplished stockman, Paul Roots. And we've seen his dogs over the weekend, so he's a great young dog, this dog to go forward with. He's got a good handle on him, and it'll only go forward in the right hands, I'm sure. That was lot number 6 on account of Paul and Annette Roots. We've got them cattle away. We're moving on to lot number 7 with Blue on account of Rod Hughes. He's 11 months of age. He's a male pup. He's well started. He's by Munns Bill. Now, Munns Bill, if you watched around, Nick Hovey trialled Munns Bill over the weekend and was quite impressive. He was a good dog on cattle, showed a lot of strength and a lot of control. So Blue's a well-started pup, has his side stops and callbacks, which we'll see. Will balance a mob and can work off balance as well. Blue has a lot of presence around stock, is only getting better. Works well in the team, very matey dog and happy to please. So young dog with a lot of future, well-bred. I had a talk to Rod and said he's basically ready to go to work. Just needs a little bit of finishing off, but he's going to demonstrate him here now. On account of Rod Hughes, this is lot number 7, Blue. He's happy to push up that fence. Now these weaners are tough. They're going to pull onto the fence, which is typical weaners. But this young dog is quite confident to get in amongst his stock. Works for the whistle and happy to push in there. That was a tough enough job for a young dog. And happy to push around his stock. He's going to pull him back and get him out in the middle so we can see some work in this pup. Now he's pulled them sheep off the fence quite nicely. He's not too happy about the muzzle, but he's working well there. So pushing around his stock. So left and right commands on him. Working to the whistle. Quite strong little pup Blue is. As I said, he's by Munns Bill and his dam's Bonnie, which is by Dubbo Turner. Works sheep and cattle. So now he's freed up a little bit. We've got these sheep off the fence. Now he's showing some work there. Only a young dog. Good type too. Nice stretchy dog with a bit of athleticism there. Good bone. And good temperament too. Listen to his commands well. He's quite confident in them tough. Happy to push in and do a hard bit of work there. Now he's got a good command on him. He's got a stop on him. He's going to call to him. Yep. That's what we've seen there on the sheep. So Rod's happy to go out there now with these heifers, and we'll just see him on cattle outside. So versatile, will work sheep and cattle, and I'm sure if you want to work goats as well, he shows plenty of style and mix it in the tough spots. So Rod's going to head out with these heifers, and we'll see a little bit more work in him. As we've seen in the recent auctions, the dog auctions, the value of dogs have increased to where it should be, I think. Good working dogs are worth a lot of money at the moment because of the labour shortage and the stock prices and getting the work done. So young dogs like this are worth a fair bit of money, I believe. They could do the work of several men if you get the right dog. So he sent him onto the head there. This is Rod Hughes with Blue, 11 months old, only a pup really. Nice command. He put a stop on him out there. Happy to drop in behind his stock and not hassle him too much. Bit of a tough job to get him off the fence, but he's going to pull them round off the fence. Just calling him up to move them out of the way, and he did. So he's happy to mix it. They're pretty testy heifers these can be for the wrong dog, but he's sort them out pretty well. He's pushed in behind on the fence there, and a stop on him. Nice command on him. Kicked him around on a clockwise cast. Pulled him up at the front. So he's blocked them heifers up quite nicely and heading in the right direction. Nice kick out on his cast, finding the head now, as he will. There he goes. So once again, he's pulled them heifers up. He's blocked these heifers up 3 or 4 times now quite effectively. So no worries with this young dog to progress further. So that's about time, Rod. If you want to call him away and put him away, that'd be great. Thanks very much, Rod. It's Rod Hughes and lot number 7, Blue. Plenty of potential in that pup. As I said, he's 11 months of age, but still plenty of scope to improve there. Strong little dog. He'll work sheep and cattle. He'd be a good. He could be a good prospect for someone to want to train on, or put into your team. Lot number 8, Delta. Next on. Only 5 months of age. We've got a few pups. We've got different categories here. We've got some a lot of younger pups, and we've got some older dogs that would suit. So there's something for everyone here. We've got Delta on account of John Mitchell. Just started. Sire once again Capri Red and the Damn Smoke. Youngest pup offered by the Australian champion, now deceased, Capri Red. And also out of a young Mitchell's Dude bitch. Delta has been bred to work sheep and cattle. Buyers, please note this pup can be registered. So it's got some pedigree there if you want to go down that track. So Capri Red from the Capri Stud up at Bathurst. Well-known Kelpie breeder and trainer and trialer. So the bloodline there is probably one of the strongest in the country. So plenty of wealth of breeding behind this pup. And of course, Capri Red was the Australian champion, and he's deceased now. So this pup's by that dog. Okay. Just taking his time to settle into the yard here at the moment. So showing a little bit more eye at the moment. Probably a bit of stage fright there, but she's moving in there. I'm sure she's an intense little dog. Shows some nice breakout there. Only young, 5 months of age. Now he's getting some confidence. As I said, by Capri Red. I've seen Capri Red in yard dog trials. A very well performed dog. Showing some style there and some walk up. I would suggest with that breeding that the pup would be quite versatile, would work sheep and cattle. Just depending on the training and going forward. So only young, once again, only 5 months of age, only really starting to click on at the moment. Would be an investment to go forward with a wealth of breeding, and not many of there'll be no more Capri Reds after this one. So chance at picking up something here that with a bit of that breeding that's gone now. Would bark, I think, when we get in some tight spots and back. They were all pretty well bred that way, but shows some outside work as well. He's just having a bit of a look around at the moment, but that's typical with a pup at that age. There you go. She's back on the job now. Yeah. Sorry, dog. Shows a bit of cover there with that sheep that broke out then. And a bit of distance and a bit of cast.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes left.
Only young. There he goes. Look, young pup with a wealth of breeding and can be registered if needed. By Capri Red on account of John Mitchell. Only 5 months of age. Thanks, John. Plenty of potential in that pup going forward. We've got Lot number 9, Tatong Valley Steve, an account of John Fisher. By Tonbardi Dick, out of Tunbardi Nell. Work sheep. Taken along slowly from March, working sheep around a pen, through and bringing sheep up a laneway. So only started. Steve has a natural instinct to back sheep in a settled mob in a pen when asked. Ready to go to work and continue his training. The dog will continue to grow and gain more experience and knowledge. So once again, 8 months of age, only young, pretty free working dog, this one. He's happy to push into them right tight spots again. Only young. Shows plenty of confidence in the yards. Would be a young dog that would be useful in that station situation, yard and paddock work. Very, very happy to push up in his tight spots. Clean dog too. Worked without a muzzle and hadn't shown any sign of any bite. So he just wants to get on with the job. Just balancing up now to Steve. She's got these wounds sorted now. Only young, so plenty of future in front of this dog. He could. He's looking to back out, go over their backs as he is there. There he goes, straight up into him, no worries at all. Free backing, free working dog. Steve's just putting a bit of slow down. He's quite excited at the moment, but as I said, he's only a young dog, and he's a good type of dog too. Red and tan Kelpie, good type. Some good breeding in behind there as well. There he goes, he's showing a bit of natural bark and clean backing dog. So he could only go in leaps and bounds here. He's going to push up that fence. Clean ready stock. He'd be a go all day dog. Plenty of work in this dog. So he's a good young dog, this fella. He's definitely a sheep mover. He's getting more confidence as we go here. Free back. He's looking for a lead there. He's quite happy, very comfortable up on top there. He would train up pretty well, this dog. Very useful dog. Would handle the race work, shear and shed work, and I would say also with a bit of training the paddock work as well, with a bit of command. But he's a good, great temperament little dog. Only 8 months of age, with some good breeding in behind this pup. Let's go back from Rod Cavill's line. I think he's out of a Rod Cavill bitch. Is that right, Steve? Yeah, out of a Rod Cavill bitch. Rob was a judge here on the weekend, so plenty of breeding in behind there. That's lot number 9 on account of John Fisher, job I demonstrated with Steve. He's only 8 months of age, male, well started. As you saw there, there's plenty of potential in this young dog. He'd go in leaps and bounds going forward. So we're just going to put these sheep up out of the pen, in the pen. Okay. Thanks for that, Steve. Next on, we've got lot number 10 with Poppy. On account of Jake Azovito. She's a female, well started. Now, I've seen this one on the YouTube. She's WKC registered. Once again by Capri Red. The dam is Toppy, which was by Clausel Toss out of Capri Poppy. You know, Capri Poppy was one of the better brood bitches that Chris had. She's well bred. Poppy's a friendly, eager to please bitch, will fit into any team and environment. Poppy is still young, finding a way with potential. Okay, we got the voice back on. Thanks for that, Lockie. Okay, we've got Jake Azovito with Poppy. Okay, she's a female, well started, WKC registered, bike pre-red once again, who's now deceased. The dam is Toppy, who was by Classell Toss out of Poppy. That was a very good cross work sheep. He said she's friendly. We've just seen her a little bit in the yards there. She's quite keen and quite strong in the yards. Gets around the stock quite well. She's balancing up to the Jake there. We're going to just put her through the yards. Like, she's versatile here. We can see her move her stock quite well. She's pushed them up into the yard there pretty well. She's a good type. She's only young with a good start. And Jake's going to demonstrate her in a smaller yard there. It's a tight spot, and these wounders are going to be probably a bit tough, but we'll see the works in there. But she's a go straight to work type dog. Got a good handle. She's a good type, well bred. She's cleans round the edges of her yards there, and clean bark, clean free bark. Done a nice job there. She can read a sheep quite well. Nice clean bark behind. Does a good job there. She has a great effect on a sheep. As we can see how we're going there. Free backing, comes back through them easy. Eager to please too, wants to come back through a sheep. And on good command. Jake's got a good handle on her and quite a great temperament as well. Okay. Just to start them sheep out, he's brought her up, give her a bit of a hand out there, clean her behind, free bark behind, and good forceful bark, not barking in the air. She's barking into a sheep and moving them well. She's covered them sheep quite well. They're testy enough, these sheep. We're going to pull these sheep back up around to the put away. But Jake's got his commands well sorted with this. She's got a clockwise and anti-clockwise, a nice stop. Shows some good cover. You want to go through again? How much time we got there? 2 minutes. You've got 2 minutes. Yeah, if you want to put them up through there again. I've seen a fair bit about her there already to make my opinion of her. She's a very well bred and a well-trained young bitch with a lot of potential. Very keen to get up through the stock. Very purposeful in her work. she would fit into any station work, and if you were keen on trialling, I'd say she'd be quite handle that quite well. Got a good handle, training wise, good stop. She's clean. She'll come back through them sheep and get a leader there if she can. She's set them sheep, move them forward nicely. Jake's brought her up there, free again, up and over them. Jake will call her up again, get a good start. And not a worry to have her down the back of the yard. She's happy to hold behind the stock. There he goes. Backing again. Very free, very clean. Drops in and will go back through a stock. Tough in the tight spots. And she wants to please. Push back through them sheep. That was a great effort. These weaners are a bit testy, so she's handled that quite well. Gets round the stock again. I think Jake's demonstrated her quite well. Thanks, Jake. That's a great demonstration of dog. Young dog, young bitch, I mean. So she's well started, plenty of breeding, plenty of work in front of her. Thanks, Jake. We're moving on to lot number 11 with Mac, that is. The owner's Brendan O'Connor, 4 years of age, trained, sire, so Arnott's Dan out of Wairima, Tina the third. Mac can cast 300 metres head sheep in droving jobs, with his largest job being 1,200 head. Good to lead and hold to let cars through when crossing roads, when mustering and yard work. Has all the abilities including draft, back, force and drench. Mac is excellent, obedient, and he can also ride a ute and a motorbike. He is a real mate and is great with children. So he's a great temperament dog. He's demonstrated Brendan O'Connor, 4 years of age, so he's done plenty of work. And Brendan's going to demonstrate him here for us today on these weaners. This is Mac. Just balancing them sheep up. He's looking for command from Brendan there. He's balancing them sheep up. Show some good work. Luke gets ready nicely, balancing up to him. Shows a bit of back off in his work. Brendan's just pulling that gate out to bring the winners outside to demonstrate his dog. So, as you would expect, he's a 4-year-old dog, so he's done plenty of work and he's confident in him. Holds them sheep nicely there. Shows a nice bit of walk in, moves his stock. Okay, good handle on this dog, on Mac. Please let them sheep out. Demonstrate some cast here. There he goes. He's kicked out nicely. Got a medium and cast. Pulled up with some nice distance here. So he handles them sheep right. And typical weaners, they'll take a little bit of moving. Brendan's got some good control on him. He's pulling these sheep back to the yards. If you can see from the grandstands there and the stock live. Brendan's going to just demonstrate that cast and pull them back into the yards. Just showing some patience with this dog. He's just taking his time and doing a nice job of these weaners. Gives his sheep some good distance there. Plenty of walk up strength. It's got his sides on well, so he's clockwise and anti-clockwise calls. Okay. I'll pull him into the yards here with Brendan. I'll just take a bit of moving, typical weaners. This is lot number 11, No Mac Mac. Account of Brendan O'Connor. Just proving to be a bit testy here with these sheep, which will bring out the abilities of the dog. So he's just going to pull them across there so these weaners can see that gate. Four years of age, plenty of work left in this dog. Only really young, 4 years, plenty of work in him. He's a dog you could put straight on the ute and take to work. Like you just want to leave them out there, we'll go in. Yep. Let them in if you can, please. And bring them round or leave them out there if you like. Rightio, thanks for that, Brendan. That's No Mac Mac on account of Brendan O'Connor, 4 years of age. Lot number 12, the dog called Rod, owner Steve Abenort. He's only not even 4 months of age, so only young. Male pup, size Luke, Govan bred, Peter Govan's out of Tarn, which is now on Dingo Blood. Plain-eyed pup, should bite both ends. Big run out, strong walk up, mother works cattle. Sheep and goats, block and hold lead, easy control with winning many trials. Sire's out of a Jennifer Burrowbitch, can control a long way out and control bad cattle with ease. This pup has serious genetic strengths and will progress with age. Just my assessment at the moment is a well-bred and well-prepared pup. He presents quite well. There's some video there that you can see of him before, so we'll see him in the flesh here today. Keen to work. See, very confident pup. He'll get that rush out of his system for a bit. Now he'll settle down. Pretty uncomplicated pup, bred to work, but also would trial or compete if you needed. Obviously demonstrated on sheep, but bred to work cattle. He's just in He's not quite 4 months of age, so he's only very young, but also showing some good instinct there already. Wants to get around his sheep. Now he's settled down. And that's what we wanted to see, some nice work around him. Quite confident there, only young and happy to push in there. Took the better option around the lead, which he has. And we'll be happy to push up along that side. Not offended either. Got round his stock, been bumped a few times and not at all discouraged, so pretty confident. He's having a good time. But anyway, we'll pull him up this way if you like, just if we can. There you go. He was having a pretty good time, but I'm sure the instinct's coming out quite well. He's a very well-bred pup with a lot of instinct already. He's only not even 4 months of age. He's about a week short of 4 months of age. Have a look at the bone in this pup. Have a look at the length. Have a look at the type he is. He's going to mature into a great little dog. Would suit station work. He's been bred in the cattle country down here. His sire's well known as a good mustering and strong work dog, and showing a lot of prospect here for this pup. Okay, thanks, Adrian. That's lot number 12, called Rod. We move on now to lot number 13, the dog called Collie, but he's a Kelpie, so he's Eveready Copper out of Dam Karana Soul. This is Danny Kerr dog. Now, Collie's an outstanding natured dog. He gets along well with other dogs, and he's fuss-free and a obedient dog to have around. He has a nice big rangy dog that covers the ground easily. Danny's head him straight out into the arena, so you'll see his cast out there, show him off a little bit more. Danny's quite an accomplished handler with his dogs competing here over the weekend, and did an excellent job and performed well. Collie shows natural ability outside and is nice on his stock, to which he shows the same talent having worked sheep and cattle. He's got a nice wide cast. Although Collie has done minimal yard work, he's gaining more confidence across all aspects of his work, and with more experience, he has the potential to become a very good dog. And we're seeing that potential in this young dog. Like I said, he's well bred. He's Kelpie Council registered. Some great breeding, Eveready Copper out of Karana Soul. So he's showing a lot of breeding there in that bloodline there, and performing well on these winners. We've seen how tough they are to work, and I'm sure Danny's confident to handle these sheep, to bring them into the yard. And he's got a great handle on him. He's got his sides on him, left and right. He'll have a great stop, walk in, so he's well and truly on his way. So he's 2 years, male dog. Still only young. Just showing some nice patience there, some nice control to get these weaners in. He's done a good job there. Plenty of cover. Nice strength on his sheep. And he's just positioning him in there to walk these sheep through. Some nice work. Calm strength. And he's going to also demonstrate him on cattle. So he's equally versatile, this dog. I think the heifers are in behind the blind there, so Danny's just going to basically put him on a blind cast here. Just going to get some help on the other side. Collie's looking for his stock there, and he's just going to hunt these cattle out. They're in behind the blind. They're in behind the blind there. If you Can't see some heifers are in behind there. Danny's going to demonstrate collie on these cattle. He's a good young dog. He's got a wealth of breeding and a good foundation training. Tried him over the weekend very well. And he's a dog that Danny likes a lot. We've got these cattle just coming into the open now. Now we've seen them. There he goes. Set him on an anti-clockwise cast. Gets around his stock nicely. Got a good handle on him. Nice stop. Nice steady lift there. Happy to push up along that fence. Send him on a clockwise cast to bring them round and balance up to him. Responds well to command. Finds his spot on stock nicely. Just pull them round just to the shoulder there and line them up nicely. Doesn't hassle his stock. He's a good work stock dog. Finds his spot on the wing there. And he's shown a lot of control. Nice stock work. Keen to please this dog. He's a nice young dog. That's lot 13, account of Danny Kerr. That's Collie. It's a great demonstration. Saw him in the yards, and I'm sure he'd be happy to back and do that work. He's 2 years of age. He's got plenty of work in front of him. Thanks, Danny. We've got lot number 14, which is Duddy's Chase on account of Rod Hughes. He's male. He's basically 2.5 years of age. Trained, size Kiwi from Nick Clydesdale up in the Hunter. And the dam is Flo from A. Pollock Sheep and Cattle. Chase is a very handy all-rounder. Chase is a very handy all-rounder. Works yards and paddock. Will bark, good stop, call back and forth, has sides. Will work balance and off-balance the mob quite well. Very nice cast. Works sheep and weaner cattle. No bark. Chase will work happily on his own or in a team. Regretful sale. Good dog. So he's got his left and right commands. Happy to get around his stock quite well. Only 2.5 years of age. Only young. He just gave a short demonstration on the sheep, and he's going to demonstrate them on the cattle. Good stop on this dog. Got a nice stop. Under good control with Rod. Plenty of breeding in behind there. It's all right. Fly me. Right, we've got the heifers coming out now. Rod's going to demonstrate Duddy's Chase. 2.5-year-old male, well trained, wealth of breeding in behind there, with plenty of work under his belt. He's sent him on a cast. Just directing him around on that fence, which is a tough ask to get him behind them cattle on the heels, but he's just sending him back on the tail. He'll balance them heifers up to Rod. This is Duddy's Chase, lot number 14. Young dog, 2.5 years of age, plenty of work in him, good command, good type, plenty of breeding. Rod's got a good control on them. He's quite happy in behind his stock. Find his point there pretty well. Got him on a whistle command, which would You could adapt if you need to boot the dog and you weren't using the whistle, but clean on his stock, getting around them on the fence, balance them up nicely. He's a get on with the job dog. Pulls 2 minutes, Rod. Okay. No, that's 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes to go, but you can put them away if you like from there. Thanks, Rod. If you can put them away. Pulls them stock up nicely. He's going to head him back. No worries at all handling them stock. It's a dog that you go straight to work with, as he has been already. Rod's just sent him to pick that one at the back, head him back for the delivery yard here, so it's a good demonstration there. Gets around his stock well. Good control, good command. And a dog you go straight to work with if you wanted to. That's lot number 14, Duddy's Chase, on account of Rod Hughes. He's 2.5 years of age, young male, sire Kiwi from Nick Clydesdale, and the dam is flowed from A. Pollock, works sheep and cattle as we've just seen. We've got lot number 15 is Roscoe on account of Colin Pendergast, 2 years and 7 months. He's a male, well started, not registered. He's a Barclay bred, Jamie Barclay up in that Central Tablelands area. And the dam was a Coogee, which was Jim Luce. Very good yard dog who can back and back quite well. Will work in the paddock on sheep and cattle. Has done a lot of work of weak sale yard work in at Wagga. Okay, sorry guys. Just note please, this pup he's 15 months of age, so just note that he's not 2 years and 7 months of age. It's on account of Colin Pendergast. So he's 15 months of age, only a young dog. And if he's worked in the Wagga sale yards, he's seen a lot of sheep. Yeah, mate. Yes, thanks. Thanks, Colin. Good type of a dog. And I know the Barclay breeding and the Coogee, they've good work dogs. Very versatile breeding there. You can put them in the yards or put them in the paddock. They're happy to work either way. Just showing him there on these weaners. It can be testy enough. He's got some free bark. Balances up to Colin pretty well. He's just going to show him work in the yards there. There you go. He's starting to wind up now. Wants to push around his stock. Happy to get on with the job dog. These sheep want to move off him quite well. There he goes. He's pushing down the outside. Does a good job pushing them up. Very handy young dog. As just noted, he's only 15 months of age, not 2.5 years old. Colin's just going to push these weaners up this race, which can be enough testing. He's pushed in the corner. Happy to push into the sheep, get under his steep or through this sheep, whatever which way he can. Got some, there you go. He found the lead there quite well. He's done a bit of this. There you go. I think that's a pretty good demonstration of a free backing dog. Not worried about getting into the tough spots, doing the hard work. Well grown too. Colin's just going to push them through that dog back through the yards to the race. He's tough enough, this dog. Okay. He's got a bark on command there and free bark when he needs to. Colin's just going to put him around now. He's freed up a little bit more as he's working, so he's still only a young dog. Handles his sheep pretty well in the yard, and I think Colin's going to demonstrate him outside. Here, Colin. There he goes. He's going to pull him outside. He's there he goes. You'll see he's cast out there at the moment. He's got these wounders lined up. Now he's showing a bit of control here now. He's going to put him back in the yards here for us. He's a get on with the job dog. There's no risk about that. Free bark in the paddock. Colin's just asking there for a stop, which he is. So he's keen to get on with the job.
It's time.
That's time, Colin. That's lot number 15, Roscoe, on account of Colin Pendergast. He's 15 months of age. Please note, 15 months of age. He's a male, well started. Good breeding. The Barclay dogs are all tough dogs. Coogee on the other side. Good yard dog and back quite well. Be a handy acquisition there for anyone looking for a young dog with plenty of potential going forward. Lot number 16. Just getting these sheep into the demonstration pen. We've got lot number 16, the Calandra Mac, account of Caleb Stringer. He's 1 year and 5 months of age. Okay, that's correct. Male, he's trained. He's not working Kelpie Council registered, but he'd have a wealth of well-known dogs in behind his breeding there. His strength, balance and class. Mac comes from the elite and versatile Back and Bark and Capri bloodlines alongside imported border collie blood in the hills. Dog bloodlines have a history of pedigrees needing no introduction to the type and quality this dog presents. So he's account of Caleb Stringer, and he's going to pull them out of the corner, which is a tough enough job as it is. This is Calandra Mac, lot number 16. This dog's got some style, a bit of break out there in the yards. Good control. Nice stop on him. Covers his sheep well. Good bit of distance there. Versatile dog. He's handling them quite well. Showing some cover and strength. Good in the tough places as well, I'm sure. We're just going to see him put this through the race. He's a pretty committed little dog. Clean round his fences there. He's definitely a sheep mover. Doing a good job on these winners that take a bit of control. He's experienced in all facets of stock work, including loading and unloading of trucks, shed and paddock, undercover, race work. There's plenty of work with sheep and cattle, rams and lambs. He will sit on a two-wheeler and ride rough terrain. He backs firmly in yards with plenty of force when needed. Mac has a work ethic that is hard to find, being worked on 25,000 acre property, working him in a team or on his own. He's extremely honest all-rounder with plenty of iron style. The dog has beautiful temperament to complement his efficient and broad range of experience. I think we've distributed. He's a very committed dog. He's done a power of work. He's very committed in his stock work. He's a get on with the job. He's got plenty of breeding in behind there with both some well-known Kelpie blood and some collie lines. Free backing. Caleb's just going to put him up on top there and put him through. He's going to find the front, push them three sheep out. Very free backing dog, wants to move stock. He's a great work dog and a go-all-day dog. This is lot number 16, Calandra Mac, on account of Caleb Stringer. Only a young dog, not even 18 months of age. And he's done a power of work under good command. Caleb's just going to slip that muzzle off him and demonstrate him on some cattle. So versatile, sheep and cattle. This is Caleb Stringer with Calandra Mac on the heifers. We sent him on a cast. He's got round to the head nicely. Pulled up on the head with a natural stop. He's calm on his stock, but also shows some strength there. Shows a lot of strength. Got his sides well established. He's looking to balance these heifers up to Caleb. Just wants to walk in on them heifers and push them along. Gets out on his flanks quite nicely.
30 seconds.
Okay, thanks Caleb. If you could put them away, that'd be great. I think we've seen plenty there with the sheep and the cattle. Young dog, plenty of breeding, good foundation, and a dog you'd put straight on the ute and take to work. Thanks, Caleb. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Dunoon Angus for supplying these heifers for the demonstration and also for the trial over the weekend, and also John Keogh for supplying the sheep. That was much appreciated for the demonstration. Thank you very much, John Keogh. Okay, lot number 17 is scratched. Lot number 18 will be Yarrabinda Rex on account of Brendan O'Connor. Now 2 years and 5 months. Is male, well started. Sire Yarrabindi Corbin out of Wairima, Malala. Very keen young dog. Can handle small mobs with very good control. Rex likes to back at any time. He's highly used at shearing time to pen large, first cross ewes and composite ewes. Not afraid of rams or the size of ewes and gets in all the tight spots. Very good dog in close. He's very good around children. This is Yarrabindi Rex on account of Brendan O'Connor just coming in now. 2.5 years old, basically, male, well started, and looks a nice type of a dog with some good bloodlines in behind him. Good temperament dog. Yarrabindi Rex with Brendan O'Connor. He's cast him in the small yard. There he goes. He's freed up now. Got some nice cover there. Bit of footwork as well. Just looking to move his sheep nicely. Has a good effect on his stock. He's got these weaners moving off him quite well, so he's a strong young dog. And covers his sheep well. Only 2.5 years of age. Still only a young dog. Stylish on his stock. Drives his stock well from behind. There he goes. Brendan's going to work him up to the corner up here. So he's using a lot of eye and presence on them stock, and he's got a good effect on them. Brendan's going to demonstrate them in the yard, on the tighter work, in the race and the force. And as his description, I'm sure he'll work that well. He's got a good effect on his sheep, this dog. The stock moved quite well off him. As you can see there's a lot of dogs that had some trouble, but he's moving them sheep and got them in the right direction. Not worried to be in the tight places. Free, clean backing dog. And showing some strength there on his stock. Nice control here with this dog from Brendan. This is Yarrabindi Rex. Very, very eager to get over their backs. A good backing dog. He's calm in beyond. He's not hassling his stock at the back of the yard, so easy to leave down the back of the pen there when you're drafting or race work. Once again, send him clean over their tops, over their backs. Brendan's just going to call him back through. There he goes, clean to come over the top. Still only a young dog, this dog. Good little top knot on him. Rex has just brought them back. but he's a quite confident dog and a strong dog. Very, very strong to get around his fences. Clean, free backing dog. And has a good effect on his stock. Shows some presence on his stock there, on his sheep. Now he's got some leaders there. This is Yarrabindi Rex, lot number 18. This is Rex. He's just gone back through them weaners. Okay. That's time there for Brendan. We might just let these weaners out and we can put them away. But we've seen plenty of work in this young dog. Thanks, Brendan. Once again, I'd like to thank John Kerr for supplying these sheep and also Dunoon Angus for supplying the cattle for the dog auction. We'll just wait for Brendan to take Rex out. We're on to lot number 19 with a dog called Tom on account of Rod Hughes. He's 7 months of age, male. He's started. Sire Wombian Radar out of the Dam Cherry. Sheep and cattle work recommended. Tom is a very loyal pup. He balances well and has a lot of presence. Tom has no bark but has a great recall. Tom works well with other dogs in a team. He's progressing every day and is showing a lot of promise. Okay, now, lot number 19, we've got Tom on account of Rod Hughes. He's just going to set this dog up a bit before he starts demonstrating. Very compliant young dog. Showing a nice bit of cast and some walk up there on his stock. Only a young dog, 7 months of age, but a nice type. Some good work. Balances, gets around his stock well. He's balancing up to Rod there now. Finds his point pretty well. Naturally balances back to Rod. All right, he's probably nervous. It's Rod Hughes. Dog's just looking to get to the head in the open there, but he's happy to push around. He's he checks in with Rod pretty well. He likes the command to come back from Rod. He's looking at his lead nicely there. Wants to find the head naturally, as he does then. Rod's just going to push him onto the head again. Tight gig, pushing him up that side fence and all backsides, but he's got round them sheep there now quite well. With a natural stop there, pulls up and he stock well. Only 7 months of age, this young dog. Gets around his flanks nicely. As Rod said, he hasn't got any bark, but he moves his stock effectively. He can be very effective with that type of work as well. He's got these weaners facing up nicely. Rod's just going to push him in behind them sheep there. Now push him onto the head. So he's got some nice width in his cast and also some depth in there as well. Got a nice natural stop on him and a command stop as well. Nice calm dog. Now he's settled down, he's showing some nice work now. He's a good type of a dog, plenty of leg, plenty of stretch in him. Covers the ground well. Looking for the lead. He's got some natural strength there. Wants to walk in on his stock. Balancing up nicely now. He's definitely a prospect going forward. He'd develop into a very good dog. This is Tom on account of Rod Hughes. As I said, only 7 months of age. Got some good breeding by Wombian Radar, and the dam is Cherry. So he'd equip himself well on cattle as well. Okay, thanks, Rod. We saw plenty of work in that dog. He's not going to show him on cattle, but I could very confidently say he'd work cattle quite nicely with them same attributes. Okay, lot number 20 was My Earl of Boss on account of James Patton. He's only 4 months of age, so a lot of these dogs are only young, 4 and 5 and 6 months of age, so they've got the life in front of them. The Kelpie Council registration is pending. The size Curlvale Ongi out of My Earl of Bell, work sheep. Boss is a very energetic pup who's only just starting to show a lot of interest in sheep. Boss has a lot of eye with also a great bark and would progress into an outstanding all-round, like both his parents, with the right time and training. A lot of these pups, I would say the same thing. They've got plenty of potential. They're well bred and they've started on sheep. So if you could take these young dogs forward, there's plenty of potential here to value add or slot into your work team. Pup's just probably a little bit overawed with things at the moment. He'll loosen up here now. He's no doubt probably never been in a situation like this, but he's a good type of pup, plenty of type and substance about him. We'll just get a bit of movement here for him. That seems to flick him on. There we go. Okay, got a bit of movement. Oh. We'll just catch Boss, bring him back in. I'm sure he'll click onto these sheep as he does at home. Rightio. Moyula Boss, on account of James Patton. Got plenty of breeding, and I'm sure he's doing this at home. He's just not quite switching on with the crowd and a few things, but a well-bred pup. Well grown as well, with a good type. Probably just feeling the pressure at the moment. Right. Okay, we're just going to pull him up the corner so everyone can see. I'm sure this pup's got plenty of work in him. Just not ever been in this situation. Just to get an idea of this pup's potential, I'm sure he can back and would be useful, handy acquisition. It's just a little bit overawed with the crowd and the situation. He is a good type of pup, good type with a nice big broad head and clean headed pup with good ears, prick ears. As with a lot of the pups at the moment, they're only 4 months of age, so they're at that stage where they're just starting to work and getting interest, and they can be hot and cold sometimes, and today could be a little bit cold. We'll just go for a different tactic, so a bit more movement. He just might click onto his job here at the moment. James Patton, Moyula Boss. He's an energetic pup. He's only just started showing interest in sheep. He showed a lot of eye when James was working him. He also had a good bark and will progress into an outstanding all-rounder. Both his parents are good work dogs, and this pup will progress into a good worker as well. There he goes. Let's have a look. Just overawed with the situation. That's time, James. So that's thanks for that. We'll take him on his merits there. We'll put these sheep away. Okay, we're just going to take a lunch break now. So Mama Jay's over there, so they're ready to. They're going to pack up at about 1:30. So if you want to grab something now, it'd be a good time to get it. And we'll be back after lunch.
Thank you, thank you, Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, make your way over to Mama Jay's and get yourself a hamburger or chips or nice cup of coffee or something, folks. We'll be back here at 1 p.m. to commence the auction with our good friends at Stock Live. So we'll be commencing at 1 p.m. We do ask the lot 1 and 2 are ready just a little bit before 1 p.m., folks, so we can get on with the start there this afternoon. Again, thank you to Danu and Angus for the heifers and John and Keogh for the sheep for the trial and the pre-works here this morning. We'll see you back here at 1 p.m, folks. Thank you.